Rap Talk Poetry, Gunna, Billboard. Do the fans really care about Gunna? Snitch allegations? That's the question for today. Gunna, snitch allegations. As he hits Billboard, make his run with his new album, which is reigning on the charts right now. Do the fans care? Do the fans care about these allegations? We're gonna get into it. Rap Talk. I ain't got no come on, but that's where the whole little come on would have came on. Would have did a little quick spin off after that introduction. Some little graphics and flares would have came up. But anyway, I thank you for tuning in. Be sure to make it to the end of the video. Hit the like button. That definitely helps the channel. And you can call in if you want to chime in on the conversation about Gunna and the allegations. And as far as him releasing his newest album entitled, let me get it right. Get a man his pub and credit. A Gift and a Curse. Gunna's latest album. Debuted at top 3. It's getting off. It's looking like the fans don't care. But as we start this show off, I'm going to get into this poem and piece just off top. As the people come on in and wipe your feet off at the door. And subscribe, hit the like button as you come in to the video. Listen to me. The way she spelled, I could tell English class was her favorite. Commas and curves in all the right places and completes her statements. Eyes wide bright, she can light the room. Even completes my sentences because she stays in tune. And the tunes that I pick, she dissect the verses. Our conversations are priceless like a coupon purchase. Separating apples from oranges, our mental performance keeps me elevated because the love is enormous. The walk of a queen with the confidence posture. No twerking videos because she's trying to prosper. Everything legit, all this shit got insurance. Afterwork relationship to track with endurance. No time for the gossip because she's busy with reading, plotting on investments and the money received. We'll see her working overtime. I'ma get her, she left me. So fuck a pill popping a weed head chick. Intelligence is sex. Intelligence is sex. Snap, 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 snaps. All right, let's get into it, y'all. I thank you for tuning in. We're going to talk about Gunna. And as I was reading, I came across this article. Shout out to Hip Hop DX. It's actually Gunna, he posted something on Instagram. It was a picture of a guy on a tightrope. And he was making it subliminally with the caption of his fans or people, I'm not gonna say his fans riding with him, obviously. But people that's waiting for him to fall off. And there was a dude on the tightrope just talking about this hanging on. I'm talking about the screen, but it's going crazy. So I just wanted to pose the question and put it out there. I'm just curious. I mean, most people that's up to speed, they know about the situation or the alleged things of him maybe cooperating or telling that YSL is a gang and all those different elements to where Young Thug is still in there fighting the case, and whether the things that got him out is going to plague or have something to do with the rest of the case, being that he's out and making music. So I want to pose the question here on Poetry and Conversation. Feel free to call in and get feedback, or you can put it in the comments. Because there's so many ways to look at this. Because it's business at the end of the day. You still have to come back to a life and entertain and rap and try to carry on his career, which he's suddenly doing, because he's on Billboard right now, making a run. So again, I pose the question, do the fans care about those allegations that were attached to his name? Or was the fans and people just so curious just to hear what he probably had to say about the case? Is that what's making this album sell? Is that what making this album interesting? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't listened to it. Honestly, I'm not even just an indulger or so-called fan. It's just more as, of course, it's popular, it's a trending topic, and he's a part of a big record label. And that was his whole claim, that he was in it on the music end. That's it. That's that. All the other stuff, nothing to do with, let it be. So, being that the album is running on the charts, do the fans care? Or did the labels just push this album? Or did the media push it? Was they playing with the numbers? If they spending the money to make it look like it's doing good so people will jump on and catch traction with it. What is we doing here? How is it moving? Is the streets really interested? Is the people out there really conversating and indulged and involved in this album? Let's talk about it. Because we're living in the world where controversy sells. Bullshit sells. The more negative, the more controversy, the more better. It gets more eyeballs now and then. That's what we're doing nowadays. The more bullshit attached to it, the more people feel the need to talk about it and chime in and form opinions. And the trending topic gets bigger and bigger. So what do we have here with a situation to where Gunna can come out and, let's talk about it, because it seems, definitely musically, that 6ix9ine is struggling. And most knows what he was alleged to do as far as snitching and telling. And he tried to make a comeback with rap. What he got going on outside of rap that's keeping him afloat and moving, I don't know. I don't follow him like that. But I definitely know and can see with the naked eye from the outside looking in that he's not where he was before that situation. But right now, with the push and the energy that's surrounding Gunna right now, it's looking like people taking to it and grasping to it. I didn't even seen people post with just conflict in their mind, like it sounds good, but they don't know how to feel about it, because they're just attached to certain things that they know it's not, that just don't feel good about it, but they're trying their best not to do. And they can't just deny their music. Again, like I said, I haven't listened to it. I haven't dissected the music, but I see the momentum is there. And with situations and conversations like this, it only just can be better to make a snowball effect. Like Snoop told y'all years ago, all publicity is good publicity. You got the streets talking, you got the people talking, you on to something. You moving and grooving. But we're gonna see how it play out though. But I just think it's just Obviously, go with the title of his album. He says it's a gift and a curse. It is a gift and a curse when you allege your name attached to certain things and you have an energy around you. It's like, how much explaining can you do? You're gonna have this on your jacket for a while. It's gonna carry with you. Even if you do find success, more success, it's still gonna be the shadow of these allegations amongst you. These are things. It's kind of like how Jay say on that one song. I actually listened to it the other day too. That song a week ago, when he said the labeling of a snitch is a lifetime scar. You always be in jail, niggas, minus the bars. It's just something that's probably gonna always just follow you, no matter what. So what are you gonna do about it? What can you do about it? Hip hop is an entity. I mean, let's break this down a little bit. Because honestly, if the fans don't care, we probably can find ourselves getting to a situation to whereas I ain't gonna say the music can lighten up, but the energy amongst some of these rappers probably can lighten up because there won't be as much pressure. I mean, let's turn this into a positive. I mean, this is a positive show. I know I'll be all over the place sometimes. You might catch me cussing, a couple bitch hole, this, that. You might think like, okay, what is he on? But at the end of the day, no matter what I do, I want to come with some type of narrative to just make you think. The delivery might be different sometimes. I can't tell you how it's gonna come out. But let's just get into it because I'm right here. I'm just ride in the car with me. Ride in the car, walk down the street with me as I dissect this a little bit. Now we got hip hop, right? And let's just think about how if the situation do lighten up, to whereas the fans honestly just say like we don't care about the whole allegations of snitching and whatnot, and things Gunna name is attached to correlate with the music. And this album do turn out to be a success. Maybe, just maybe, it can lighten up on some of the pressure on some of these artists to feel that they have to be hard, be tough, just to sell. Now, don't get me wrong, we don't want to make it to whereas you can just start just snitching and being in the streets and running from the streets and dipping in, dipping out, and carrying on personas and just making the whole circus. I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the part whereas the fans, the consumer, rolled over to the artist to where the artist feel that, okay, I don't have to be out here acting tough, or I don't have to put out this energy to have fans. Like we see what happened with this young man that he still was accepted no matter what. And that's how music and entertainment should be. You should be accepted for no matter what. Most do that with the community over there. Y'all know the community I'm talking about. Damn near running music entertainment. So acceptance is there. Acceptance should be all over hip hop. We shouldn't have this pressure on artists to feel that they have to carry on a certain energy or image just to sell. It shouldn't be that way. It should be an artist that can come out and go number one that say he's cool with not being violent and having straight A's and going to school, being on time, and it's cool. It should be an artist like that. It should be that energy amongst the people somewhere. Let's get to that. By the way, that just makes me think of this other piece that I wrote called "Why Is They Forcing You to Be Hard?" I'm gonna see if I can catch it. I ain't did this poem in a minute. Let me go on my memory and see if I can fill it out and remember the words. Ah, that tastes good. It's called "Why Is They Forcing You to Be Hard?" Listen to it. What's up with all this tough talk and selling fake images? See, you supposed to be a player in the game, but you're on the sideline looking like you don't even know what a scrimmage is. You see, it's similar to practice. Like when you practice dodging real substance in your music and interviews. See, let's talk about the change and the growth. Cause see, I ain't influenced about them jail cells you've been into or what you finna do. Although I'm only gonna respect you for the last thing that you did. Cause see, I'm on my grown man now. Half the stuff y'all talking about shit, nigga, we done did as kids. Fool in his spade there. Dude, I got bills to pay. Kids to raise and the messages saying y'all fake ass tough guys is in my way. Shooting crowds, talking loud, just to get a little bit of attention. You see, it's some locked up forever off just one mistake that ain't never coming home, and you can be next, but you don't even think about the prevention. See, the invention of these ghettos and projects is a project. And our TV got you scared to go outside, and to our kids, we passing down this nonsense. Dumbing down our views to confuse our angle and focus. Seeing the white community is white on white crime, but they just want you to hate your own people. See, take a look around, haven't you noticed? See, I'm just like you, my brother. So when you see me, put down your guard. Love yourself and I love you too. Now ask yourself the question. Why is they forcing you to be hard? Why is they forcing you to be hard? Rap talk, that's that poem of peace. Snap, 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 snaps. At the end of the day, you have to ask yourself that question. Why is they forcing you to be hard? All my brothers in the streets, Gunna, all these rappers, excuse me, the Young Thug, all these rappers. Why is they forcing you to be hard? Why is the energy there? Why is it just such a dark cloud over hip hop? I mean, can we get some momentum there to where it lighten up a little bit? I thought I saw it coming a little bit, lighten up a little bit. It's like the whole little hippie phase was kind of getting big for a little while and kind of slowed down a little bit. What are we going to do? How can we adjust to this whole thing that we call just the culture? Do the fans care? That's the question for the day. Because there's so many ways I just feel you can just tap into the energy of it. Because you can look at it in hindsight and just think that let them go and just do what they're going to do. Let them just go and do what they're going to do. Let it be what it's going to be. That's one way to always look at it. Because when you're creating, moods change, energy change, your surroundings change, everything shifts. I'm pretty sure Gunna got a whole nother, I'm gonna say staff, but Just a whole nother energy of people around. Being that he have to move different with the allegations being attached to him. People you can trust, but still having the capacity just to make music. You have to turn yourself on to that. And it takes a team. Definitely. So I'm just curious. Being a student of music and seeing so many things just change through the course of hip hop. We done seen the ups and downs. We done seen so many killings, so many people come and go. The RIPs, the overdoses, the incarceration, mass incarceration attached to lyrics and crews, Ricos. They're always watching. Somebody's watching. This case is being built right now. Artists you probably don't hear about 5 years ago that's going down. Right now, this month. It's sad, but it's attachments to it. I actually worry about my city. Because I'm from Detroit and I think to myself, like, okay, I know Detroit making a move and made a move. But why? Well, all of a sudden they let all us in. Well, all of a sudden they letting all these Detroit rappers in. But I'm gonna stay positive on it. I'm gonna stay positive on it. But we had a hard uphill battle for years in Detroit. Getting back in the door on the music scene. I mean, we talented here. We always been talented here in Detroit. We always had talent here. Y'all know what the background is. But y'all also know the street essence of what Detroit brings. So just years from now, certain things would just come out or to be or whatever, which I hope not. But you give them money, you see what they do. Just give them money, just watch them from afar. That's how they move. That's how these people that push the buttons in these industries move, how the government moves. Give them money, give them everything they want, watch them move. Give them the internet. Let them talk. Give them the video. Let them talk. They think they erased it. They ain't erased it. It's up there. We saw it. Put that in the vault. We'll come back to that a couple years from now. Once we attach these all this whole little circle roundup up, we'll come back to that video. Be patient. You don't talk more. That's how they moving. But look how the streets move. The streets moving fast. The streets is on drugs. The streets is alcoholed up. The streets is partying. The streets is comfortable. That's the sad thing. The streets is comfortable. And when I say comfortable, I mean that they so in the energy of it, they don't see the simplest person just walking by that can be them people. Or these different interactions at these clubs, at these people that you were inclined with thinking this business, or you reaching out and you thinking you in negotiations with something that's about this. They're really lining you up. too much energy in all of this. When I say too much energy, it's just ways to understand. I just feel for the person that just moves reckless and foggy through all of this. When you get everything you need. That's why at times I just pray to God that when my moment do come, I'll be prepared for it and ready for it, and give it to me at a time when I can handle it and move through it and know who I am and understand who's who and who's around for what reasons. Those type of things. Just be patient because your time coming. I tell y'all that all the time. Tell myself that. Your moment is coming. Everybody get their moment. Matter of fact, with that poem, man, I can do that one. That's a poem piece I wrote called Everybody Get Their Moment. Because in the end, everybody do. Whether for better or for worse, everybody get their moment. But when I'm speaking on it from a success factor. Because I'm pretty sure you wonder when your time is coming. Let me see if I can find that piece real quick. Everybody get their moment. Since it's on my mind, let's see it. For y'all that's new that's watching the show, man, I got so many poems. I'm an artist for real, yo. I ain't trying to compare to nobody. But I am competitive, though. I don't compare, but I am competitive, if that makes sense. There's some that might not make sense, but to me it makes sense. Because I'm influenced by others. So when I see others, it make me go harder. But I'm not trying to just say, like, just because you're doing what you're doing, I'm supposed to be better. I have to show that I'm better. I have to work harder. I'm influenced by you. That's where my competitiveness will come in at. I know I got this before. Well, I'll skip that one. I'm going to get into this one, though. Streets don't love nobody. Pretty sure you heard that before. Poetry and conversations. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Pass this video, forward it on to somebody. Start a conversation. Put it in your chat groups. Get some feedback. Speak on it. But I'm going to leave y'all with this poem. Streets don't love nobody. These streets don't love nobody. Why you think they always repeating that it's lonely at the top? Nigga, the feds is coming, the bitches is running, these little niggas on the block want your spot. That drunk conversation or intimate convo with that hoe can turn the state's evidence. Voice recording, hood extortion. Now let's see how much time you ready to spend. You see, some ain't built for this. Thought it was easy. Caught a case and find out that it's hard. Playing mind games with vets in the streets and you a rookie, nigga, you could have been better off just getting a job. Hell, you put in the same hours, second or third shift, taking a life risk with no benefits. Doing things you never did before and treated like a hoe and thinking the streets don't know that you a snitch. Nigga, stop that shit. And in the end, your friends gonna rob you probably. You see all these hood stories end the same. These streets don't love nobody. These streets don't love nobody. Rap talk. I thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna leave y'all on that note. Rewind the video, started from the beginning. Get these numbers up. Let's go. poetry and conversation. Came in, want to talk about Gunna. Leave in the comments how you feel. If the fans really care about the allegations. Obviously, the numbers going up for his album. The reviews, streets talking and all. It's looking good for the kid in a way on the music and the business too. So do the fans really care about the allegations? Speak on it. With y'all in a minute. Rap Talk. Post today.